The Memory Keeper. Elena Vasquez had worked in care facilities for 8 years, but Sunset Manor was different. The pay was exceptional, and they'd hired her immediately after a single interview. "We have a special wing," Dr. Harrison explained. "The Reminiscence unit, our most advanced Alzheimer's patients. They require particular attention." The unit was on the 3rd floor, accessible only by keycard. The residents were eerily quiet, staring blankly most of the time. Elena was assigned the night shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m., just her and 12 residents. At 2:30 a.m. during her first night, Elena heard clear voices from room 307. Mrs. Chen, who hadn't spoken in 3 years, was having an animated conversation with someone invisible. "I know you're there, Thomas," Mrs. Chen said. "Tell me about the children again." Her eyes were bright and focused, completely different from her vacant daytime stare. When Mrs. Chen noticed Elena watching, she said clearly, "The Memory Keeper is here. She's watching us." Over the following weeks, Elena discovered that all 12 residents came alive at night. They spoke to deceased loved ones with perfect clarity, sharing memories and information they shouldn't have known. Mrs. Chen discussed her grandchildren's recent achievements, despite having no visitors for 5 years. Elena researched the facility and learned it was built on the site of an old psychiatric hospital that burned down in 1952. 43 patients and staff had died, their bodies never recovered. The Reminiscence unit sat directly over the old memory ward. One night, Elena spoke directly to Mrs. Chen during an episode. "Mrs. Chen, who are you talking to?" "Thomas, my husband. He's been waiting for me." Her voice was perfectly lucid. "He says you can see us too if you really want to. The boundary is thin here. This place holds on to memories. Everyone who died here. Everyone who lives here now. We're all connected." Elena understood. The residents weren't just hallucinating. They were accessing stored memories from decades of death in this place, communicating across the boundary between life and death. Elena discovered something heartbreaking. None of the residents had living family listed as contacts. They'd all been abandoned, written off as hopeless cases. That's why they were talking to the dead. Their living relatives had given up on them. She began recording the residents' lucid nighttime conversations and tracking down their estranged families. The first call was to Mrs. Chen's son, who lived across the country. "She talks about you every night," Elena told him. "She knows about your promotion, your daughter's graduation. She's still there, Mr. Chen. She's still your mother." Within a week, Mrs. Chen's son was visiting. When he walked into her room, she looked up with complete recognition. "David, I knew you'd come. Your father told me you would." Elena reunited 5 families with loved ones they thought were lost forever. But Dr. Harrison discovered her unauthorized actions. "You're giving families false hope," he said, transferring her to another unit. "These patients are in advanced dementia." On Elena's final night in the unit, Mrs. Chen was waiting for her. "You're leaving us," she said. "Thomas told me." "I have to. But your son will keep visiting. The Memory Keeper must stay. Someone has to witness. Someone has to remember us remembering." Elena looked around and, for a moment, saw a figure beside Mrs. Chen's bed, an elderly man in a 1940s suit, smiling gratefully at her. "I'll remember," Elena promised, "and I'll make sure others know the truth." Elena continued working with the families she'd contacted, sharing her recorded videos and proving their loved ones were still capable of connection. 6 months later, Sunset Manor implemented 24-hour family visitation in the Reminiscence unit, with night staff trained to recognize that lucidity could happen at any hour. The nighttime conversations continued, allowing love to transcend death and dementia. Sometimes the most lost people are not lost at all. They're just visiting a place the rest of us can't see yet. And sometimes all they need is someone willing to listen and remind the world that memory and family connections are stronger than any disease.